Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for today's Monday Mystery Reveal, that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. So yeah, what I've got in here, in fact, what I do on the channel is every Monday, if I get something new to my collection, either something that I've purchased, something that I've swapped, or indeed, if I'm being completely honest, in the case of this one, something that I've had for a little while, but I've not yet shown you guys or done a video on it. What I like to do is exactly that, just I suppose, open it up, turn it into a bit of a guessing game, rather than just saying I've got this. So of course, because it's a bit of a game, please don't put the name of the characters or the figures in the comments. You can put the time that you got it right, you can put your wrong guesses, etc., but please don't put the actual names in. Now, as I say, being completely honest, I've had this for a little while, but I've not yet shown it on here. This is, again, a pretty special one, and it's something that, although I didn't necessarily need the figures loose, I had the figures loose, I wanted them boxed. So, and in the case of these are 1992, so it's just in the very, very last tip of the Generation 1 continuity in Japan, as it was in this particular time. So, yeah, exactly that. So in 1992, they had a toy line called Operation Combination, and in Europe we were still getting like a few dribs and drabs of figures. Some of them became G2 figures later on, I believe, but these ones in this particular case are the Japanese versions. And you've noticed that I'm using plural, and that's because I've got to be honest, there's two figures in this particular package. Now, the interesting thing is, in Japan, when they came packaged as two figures, whereas when they were packaged, I don't know if they were I don't know if they were Canada, but I know they were definitely European exclusives as well. So they could have been Canadian exclusives as well. They were packaged individually, and they were packaged on cards, not in boxes. There was a team of Autobots, there was 4 of them, and there was a team of Decepticons, and there was 4 of them as well. And I think they're quite elusive now due to the fact that, well, especially the Decepticons, because their accessories were made of gold plastics. They were really sort of hard to get hold of. I've done a review of both of these on in the European packaging, and to be honest, everybody's calling for both of these factions to be redone, to have updates, to have Generations or Generation Selects versions of these done, and I'm completely of that opinion as well. What else can I think? So the Autobot character did have it was either a BotCon or a Timelines version of the particular figure itself, which was interesting, whereas none of the, oh, you might have just seen it, none of the Decepticons as of yet, apart from the leader, which isn't one of these, have had an update at all. So very interesting. We did think that we would get to see some of these. Here's a big clue: when we saw Needle Nose with a Transformers Prime version of a figure a couple of years ago, but as of yet, no official reissues of these. The Autobot one I said is an Autobot version. If you've seen my review of him originally, you'll have said I've said the Autobot version of this is he's like an old Hulk Hogan sort of figure, or his deco's like Hulk Hogan. And the other 3 that I've got of this set are sealed. So this one's actually opened, which is great for the fact that means I can open it up and do a full review on this for you guys. Right, so it's confusing because he's got 2 names. So in Europe, he was known as Scorch. I think he's got a different name actually. In Italy, he was definitely released in Italy because I've got a carded version. Whereas in Japan, he was called Fire Road, and it is one of the last, in fact, the last versus set that I needed in a box. So I've got all 4 of these, which include all 4 Turbo Masters and all 4 Predators. So if you want to check out the others of these, type in Predator or Turbo Master into the search bar. And of course, because this is opened, I can get this done, a proper review on these particular figures. So there you go, guys. If you got this, again, please don't put the names in the comments. Just put the time that you got it, and stay tuned, of course, for a video. Thanks very much. Take care.